very same meeting.
Teachers open the door, but you must enter. Right now, you have thousands of kids banging on the door for education, yet Loudoun has chosen to close the door.
Joining me now is Shelley McCullers, mother of 3 Loudoun County students. Shelley, thank you for coming on. I just want to know how your kids are doing, first and foremost.
Hi, it's been rough here. I mean, my kids, we have set up school in our basement and they go every day, and I watch my high schooler just kind of checking the boxes, doing what he has to do. And then my middle schooler, you know, being a middle schooler, it's hard to be a middle schooler at any time. Right now she stares at a screen for 7 hours a day and she's by herself. And she's lost her friends in her friend groups, and you know, I worry about her, and it scares me. And then my second grader, she was able to go hybrid 2 days a week for about 5 or 6 weeks this year, and I saw how much she loved school and how she was a different child. And right now she's disengaged. She was done with school this morning. They had testing by 10:15, and she had to report back for 30 minutes at PE, and that's all she had today. So, you know, they're not getting a fair education. So.
No. They're not getting a fair education. That's the thing. You know, it's interesting because we played the soundbite of you at the meeting the other night, and another parent at the meeting, and now the school's coming out and saying, well, you know, y'all need to pipe down, saying, quoting here, this has led to some inflammatory rhetoric being shared on social media and in email and phone communications with staff. We may disagree on the methods and timetable to return students to in-person learning, but I would like us to agree that we all have our students' best interests at heart. And that seems to be a debate because there are a lot of people in your community and others around the country that do not believe the teachers' unions and schools have the kids' best interests at heart.
Right, and that email asked us to have, I think, grace and compassion for them while they map a strategy. Well, they've had a year to do that, and I think we're just all at our wits' end and we're frustrated. People all across the country are going to school, and our kids aren't, so we've had it.
And I just want to point out, if I can, Shelley, that, you know, 6,000 of your teachers have had their initial round of vaccines. They jumped the line because they're teachers, and the idea was to get them back in school. 6,000 of them, but yet now they're still saying we need more safety. We need more safety and more safety. What are your thoughts about that?
I guess my thoughts are, first, I have never had a problem with the teachers. I feel like they're doing a job that they never asked to have to do. So my problem is never with them, it's with our school board. And I support them getting the vaccines. But with getting the vaccines, I really hope they return to school, because if they're teaching from their sofa saying it's, you know, they can't go into work, then my mom, who hasn't gotten it yet, you know, I feel like she got the short end of the stick. So.
Yeah, and the science. I mean, the CDC says, look, we believe that the cases of spread in schools is very low. I mean, you had Dr. Fauci last night with the school union saying, you know, I think these kids can go back. I don't know if they will, but I think they can go back. Your final thoughts on this, show?
Right. I mean, it's like this. My brother, his kids, I know you can't compare private school to public school, but his kids have been going 5 days a week here. My daughter, she's allowed to go down to her elementary school to play basketball on Tuesday nights for the county rec league. So it's hard to tell my children, like, sorry, you can't go for your education, but you can go down to play Parks and Rec basketball. I think the kids need to be in school, and I hope on Tuesday night our board decides to make it happen.
Thank you,
Well,
Shelley.
we're pulling for you. Best of luck to you and your family and your community. Shelley McCullers, thanks for coming on.
Yep, thank you.
Well, healthcare workers